Welcome to HP Unplugged, the initiative that brings you inspiring stories of leadership and innovation. Today we are honored to host the visionary who started this very initiative, Shri Rajeev Goel, Executive Director, Corporate Social Responsibility and Public Relations and Corporate Communications at HPCL. With over 34 years of experience in the petroleum industry, Shri Goel has been instrumental in driving HPCL sales and marketing, CSR initiatives, public relations and corporate communications. Not only within HPCL, but he has also been more than 7 years one of the most prominent and networking professionals in PR and corporate communications across the industry. His commitment to delivering happiness and promoting social responsibility has earned him numerous accolades and recognitions, including the PR Person of the Year, Communication Leader of the Year and Public Relations Chanakya Award. His works in CSR has also earned him numerous accolades and have enabled HPCL to mark its significant presence on the CSR map of India. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of sales, marketing, PR, branding, corporate communication and social service. Sir, a very warm welcome to you to HP Unplugged episode. It's truly a privilege to welcome you because one thing is that you are one of the creators of this show, the one who conceptualized this show and brought this forward for all the viewers. So it's my true privilege to welcome you on this HP Unplugged show, sir.
Thank you, Sudipto. Thank you so much. At the outset, I'm thankful to you for bringing me to this platform, what's the objective of this platform is to reach the last mile. And it is more pertinent now when I am going to step into the second innings of my career. So I have, during the course of my career, I have worked with a number of people, and it is the most opportunate thing now to talk to those people, which is physically not possible, but this great platform, HP Unplugged, which you so very well are conducting. And I am very proud to say that this show is making waves. And as you said that I have conceptualized, it's not that conceptualized, how it is run. So for that, kudos to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, you spoke about giving a message to the people through this platform. So first we will start focusing on your vast career, 3 decades of career. So the first half of your career was consisting in the field, that is sales, marketing, vigilance and coordination. Right. So some highlights you would like to share with us on that.
Yes. I am very proud to be associated with this great organization. If I can say that, almost 35 years I am completing. And when I look back, it looks like a, roller coaster type of a journey. When I look back, I still can see that I'm joining at Kolkata. I joined this corporation in operations department in marketing. And I was the first one, those fortunate ones. So there was a very strict distinction between operations and sales. Okay. And anybody who's going to sales used to be feeling like a privileged person. So there came a concept wherein they had an interview where the people, if they can qualify the interview, they can go to sales. And I was one of those privileged people. With the first interview session, I got through from operations to sales. And my sales career, I'm very proud of it. And I always look back and I, think that whatever I have achieved in life, there are a number of lessons which have taught me during my field experience. To narrate a few of them, I was posted initially to Amritsar sales area, and we have sales is all about targets. At the end of the day, whatever you do or whatever you not do, ultimately you have to achieve the numbers, because you are in business, and any business you need to be making profit. So if you like, you don't like, whatever is the situation, circumstances, you must make profit. So when I went to Amritsar, there was an army unit, which was a target given to me by my boss, that loops. No loop business was with us. So boss told me, this is one of your targets, to take this account, army account. So I was based at Amritsar, and I used to go to Pathankot. That was based in Pathankot. Okay. So whenever I used to go to Pathankot en route, I used to visit that, army unit. And over a period of 6 months, and in the course of that visit, those all people became friends for me, the colonels and everybody, but they were not giving business. There was a reason for that, because Pathankot army Indian oil was local,
Okay.
and we had to bring the product from Bombay and everywhere. So he used to say, why should I change? Ultimately, what services they are giving, how you will be giving better, I am not able to understand. So what is the, so I said, give me a chance. I persisted. What I'm trying to say, if you persist
Okay.
and you think that I can do it, believe in yourself, so I can do it, so things happen, you know. And ultimately, when I left that area, we had 50% business loops between IOC and HPCL. So this is what taught me that anything is not impossible. If you persist and if you believe in yourself, you can do it, which from this, you know, army business, which we ultimately achieved, this is there. Number two, this company, HPCL, takes care of its people. There are different circumstances for people. Some people are having very conducive atmosphere. Some people are having difficult atmospheres. Again, when I was in field, there are supply locations. You are supplying petrol, diesel from, at that time used to be hospitality locations, wherein the locations are belonging to the industry, other. So we are dependent on them, you know.
Okay.
So what used to happen for me, my area was totally dependent on other locations.
Okay.
So there was a review, and in that review, unfortunately, I was, you know, in terms of performance, I was at number 3.
Oh.
So I was very worried. But boss and general manager for the zone, he was coming to take the review, and he came, and I was worried that somebody's 1, somebody 2. I was the only person who was operating at 3rd number. So when I gave the my review, and he was my general manager, who after the interview, you know, he was always pushing me that you should do well, and you go your type of things, you will be able to do that well. So I was going to review to him, and I thought, you know, he will be very disappointed that I thought he has got a lot of potential, and now he's operating at number 3. So I gave my review, and I was 3rd. So I asked him, sir, I want to ask you a question. So he says, yes, you are not, your performance is very bad, but still you tell me. So I said, sir, this is the situation. Some people are having everything in their favor. I am having everything not in my favor. Every location I am dependent, and my supplies are the last, and a number of times those supplies is also getting affected. So in the process, I am number 3, not because of any other reason, but because of this. And I understand that ultimately what matters is what you have delivered. So how in this situation, how you are going to look into this, that my conditions are not as good as somebody else. So he told you, don't worry about that. That is all taken care by us. You need not to tell us. And when I look back, I find that at that point in time, you may feel that, you know, that my situation is not as comfortable as others. So I may be at a disadvantage, but it doesn't happen. At the back end, company takes care of its people, and it's very rational. It's a very, very fair company. Whatever I have achieved, when I look back, at times I thought, you know, whether things are happening right with me or not. But then when you look back, you find, so this is a great thing which everybody should understand. Give your best and leave the rest. Company will take care of people. And third, for the marketing, you know that HPCL is primarily a sales and marketing company. All said and done. Because ultimately, in case we are able to sell, then only it matters. If we are producing, if we are doing whatever, but at the end of the day, if you're not able to sell in the market, if you're not able to compete in the market, then everything goes for a 6, you know. So from that point of view, our dealers, our stakeholders, our dealers and distributors, they are the face of the company. Whatever the customer get the idea about a company, a brand HPCL, this is through them. How good a company is or how good not a company is, that impression is given by them. So we must have to take care of our dealers. And during my course of field assignment, I have found that if you take care of your dealers in a real rational manner and a very honest manner, they are ready to do anything for you. You know? So you have to fair and very justified. So our dealers are our biggest asset for our business. If we take care of them, they will take care of our business. So this has been my mantra and my learnings from my sales assignment. Yes.
So now, sir, thank you for giving us this, the crux of your experience, and I'm sure a lot of people will be inspired by this and learning from this. Now we go to the second part of your career. Your second part of your career was you dealt with PR, branding, corporate communication, and now recently CSR.
Yes.
So some highlights from that part of it.
See, the first part of my career was primarily sales and marketing, and then I was moved to PRCC, Public Relations and Corporate Communication, which is a corporate function. It has got a altogether different way of working, and it has got different demands and different responsibilities. So I never knew anything about it. So it was a totally blank field for me, as if I'm joining a fresh. And this is very important from the point of view that about the company, how the brand HPCL is in the minds of the people. That good or that bad is your company. So the basic job here was to prompt up the brand HPCL. So first of all, what I did, I sat with my people, because I believe you are as good as your people. You know, whatever you are able to deliver, if your team is with you, you can do anything. So we sat down with the people, and we did a brainstorming, how to go about, because that point in time, what I thought, it was a routine activities which were happening here. And in terms of brand building, there was maybe not much of a focus. I'm not saying it's not there, but it needed to be pushed up. So we sat down and we thought, what all needs to be done, let us focus on that. So internal communication is one thing which takes care of the communication with the people within the company, the stakeholders, our employees and our other stakeholders. And then look at the external stakeholders. Besides that, various modes which are addressing the internal communication to the employees. So HP News was very important in that aspect. So HP News we relaunched, and by the employees, for the employees, it was totally internal, so that those people can participate along with their families and they feel belongingness. It's my magazine. Correct. And thereby it taken off. Another initiative we did was HP Senior League. You are very closely associated with that, and I just want to share a small how that came up. HP Senior League, how it came up. So when I came here, I think 2, 3, 4 months after that, one of our very senior officer was retiring. He superannuated, in fact, and one of my associates from Delhi, he called up and he said, Rajiv, Mr. XYZ has superannuated, but we never knew about it. There should be something where, during the course of our career, we all work together, but then we move on. So somebody is somewhere, and in our daily routine working, we do not at times realize that maybe somebody is superannuating. So he said something should be there. So from that thing, this idea germinated, that there should be something wherein every month our senior officials who have put on so much of their life into this corporation, that should be known to the people. So then this idea of HP Senior League came, and since then we have started, and till date it's successfully going.
More than 100
episodes have come, and you have been very closely associated. All my PRCC team, in past and present, they have been, very closely associated. So then very important thing was the press and media. See, brand building for a corporation, whatever you are doing is fine, but that message has to go out. How that will go out, that is the external communication. And we need to be connected with the press and media and the external stakeholders, what all good we are doing, that has to reach to them. So what we decided, we must connect with the media. And so media is also a very ticklish thing, handling media and what all can go into the media, what all cannot go into the media. But we devised a strategy, and you, again, let me tell you, you was a very important and close part of that. We together sat down, devised a strategy, the PR strategy, the media strategy, and we started connecting with the media, interacting formally, informally, and I'm very proud to say that helped. And the way we had our relations with the media and whatever stories we wanted to give, in case there is something, which is otherwise we need to get that, other perspective to be given, that all, came through. So we sat down, and as far as the PR and communication, we did that. And then going forward, additionally, I was given this additional part of CSR, corporate social responsibility, which is a very, very important part for any organization. See, ultimately, at the end of the day, any organization is in the business is for profit. But organizations like us also have a social responsibility. We are socially responsible. So from that point of view, CSR plays a very, very major role. Now, in the current context, what is happening, the prices of petroleum, they are a sore point with the public at large, because we are a developing nation and the income levels for the people at the middle class is not, what we are having the petrol or diesel rates almost close to 100 various parts of the country.
Correct.
So from that point of view, it is always there that the prices of petrol and diesel are on the higher side.
Yeah.
Now, people at large are not knowing that, which is, if you look in isolation, it looks to be higher, maybe 100 rupees. But if you compare with the rest of the world, we are the best in terms of pricing. Maybe at times we are taking a beating. These oil companies are taking a beating and absorbing a part of the, load on them. And ensuring that, customer is not unnecessarily burdened with the prices. So that thing is, customer is only thinking that oil companies there, maybe they are increasing prices. The CSR is one platform where we can talk beyond business, what all we are doing, because we are doing number of initiatives wherein social service is there, but public at large is not knowing. So here, when I came, we thought in whatever little way we can reach the people. We won't talk business. Whatever social sector, whatever we are doing. For example, you are aware that we have got certain very flagship projects are there, which are doing a great service to the nation, to the community at large. Like one is called Dil Without Bill, wherein we support the surgeries for especially the children. There's a disease by which there is hole in the heart, and the life for those children or the adults beyond a point is not possible. High, so we are supported with Satya Sai hospitals, and we are supporting these surgeries. This is an initiative which has been very widely acclaimed. We are in line with the Honorable Prime Minister's Sadbhavna mission in Jammu and Kashmir and Leh and Ladakh region. We have supporting an initiative wherein it is called Super 50. We are doing in Leh, Ladakh, Kashmir Super 50, Leh, Ladakh, Kargil and Srinagar. 50 students each, boys and girls. They are, after their 12th, they are trained for appearing for the competitive examinations. And these are the people who may not be able to, afford. And with this initiatives, along with Army, we have coordinated. So when Army is into the picture, the overall confidence level of the public becomes very high. And this is primarily a boarding and lodging. So after 1 year of training through our education, this faculty partner, the result for all these 4 initiatives has been almost more than 95%. They are all getting selected for medical and engineering, and in the prime institutions like IITs, AIMS, AFMCs, and NITs, and all prominent institutions. So these are, there are a number of initiatives.
We are contributing towards producing best engineers and
doctors. Yes. And
for India.
Those who cannot afford. If they cannot afford, and also in the region we are doing in Jammu and Kashmir, which there is a need to bring into the mainstream, and that is the call of the leaders of the country also. So we are small way through the CSR initiative. So our CSR focus is like that. Beyond business, what we are doing, let us go and talk to the people, so that whatever image they have got, of the oil companies, that they are into profit making and increasing price. So no, we are doing number of things, and I think that we have been able to change that perspective to a greater extent. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for giving us a brief on your second part of the career as well. So now we covered the career part of yours. So can you mention some highs and lows in your career, and also the people who were behind it, who have supported you and inspired you to achieve those?
See, as I told you, you're as good as your people, and nothing in isolation you can achieve. You're a small person or a small personality. Alone you can't do it. It's always the team. And at HPCL, I'm very proud to say, whatever we do, wherever we do, team concept is in a very big way is there, and that is what is the success mantra for HPCL. Whatever we do, HP first is one thing wherein we are all connected with that. So during course of my career, first part was primarily marketing, and the second part was the corporate. Some learnings have been there, lows and highs. I mean, they keep coming, and they are part of your life. But what I learned, especially for the marketing, and as I said that retail is the face of the company. So for company like us, where we are going to go, it's my personal opinion that if we are doing great in marketing and then everything comes along, if I am able to sell something like say X amount, so X amount of thing can be produced also. And every system will collaborate to reach that. So therefore, my thought is that we must have to take care of our retail outlets and our retail outlet LPG dealerships who are the face of the company. How good is the company? How bad is the company? In the minds of the people, this perception is made by the dealers. So I have got three things which is my personally I thought over a period of time through my experience. Number one, at our retail outlets, if we can assure that we have neat and clean toilets, if that is assured as a USP. Number two, if you can assure that free air, and maybe I go a step ahead and say that needs a lot of guts and a lot of back end working to do that, but if you can say that free air or free tank, if that type of tagline we can reach, I can tell you no amount of advertisement or anything is required. That itself is a great advertisement, because when you go out, you must have personally also experienced, when you go out on a trip, first thing what comes to your mind? En route, where I'll go for a
washroom.
Clean washroom. That's the first thing. And maybe when you're going for a petrol pump, you are paying for the petrol and diesel. But in the mind, what comes when I have to fill up? Whether I'll get the air, whether I'll not get the air, whether that man will be asking for the money. It's just very small money, but you don't want to pay that because it's being demanded. So, neat and clean toilets, assured free air is irrespective of your filling petrol or not. And the third, the FSMs, the delivery staff. Because ultimately the moment of truth is what? When a car or a vehicle comes and he opens his tank, the man who's interacting or the woman who's interacting is the delivery boy or a girl. So that's the experience for a customer. What is HPCL? Brand HPCL is decided there. So if those people are taken care, proper wages, proper conditions, and service levels are given to them, if that three things are taken care at our delivery stations, I think that we can be far ahead competition. Yes. So this is as regards the marketing. And then I am a very firm believer in destiny. Like when I went to vigilance, I was a salesman, and I always thought that I thought that I don't know whether I am or I am not, but I think that I'm a good networking type of a person. So I thought if we are going to vigilance is what? It's a little bit of a closed. So I thought I will not be able to talk to him. I have to keep my mouth shut. So I thought, no, this is not the place. I won't be able to work. So I went to wherever possible, tried to see that whether my assignment can be changed. And to share with you, very honestly, I was very upset in the sense it could not get changed. And I had to join vigilance. But at the hindsight, when I look back, I can tell you that was one of the bestest period of my career, and the type of learnings, you get the holistic view of the corporation, various aspects. And similarly for Delhi coordination also, I was in coordination also. So there also one learning which came to me, at times you have to keep your ego behind. One of my friends was there. He has seen me in sales. So when I came to coordination,
DCO.
Yes, he was there. So he told me only one thing: I have seen you working as a whole system is with you. Whatever you want to do, everything happens. Here the situation is totally different. You interact with the government officials, ministry and all. So whatever you are, it's all immaterial. So when you go to meet them for anything, keep your coat on the chair. That means your ego. Just forget who are you. Because they are a peon also. Can take you for a ride, And that if you are mentally not grounded, you will feel very bad and you won't be able to do the assignment properly. Yes. And during this course of journey, I have had wonderful people everywhere. See, initially at that point in time, you think, this is right, this is wrong. But when you look back, you find that everybody has contributed to your success or whatever you have achieved in life. And I would like to name some of my friends, peers. Bosses have been all wonderful. All the bosses with whomsoever I have worked, they have taught me number of things. There's one starting boss of mine, Mr. K.C. Shauri, when I joined, and he was my real guru who taught me whatever I am there. So he's the second or the third person. Whenever I achieve something in life, I call him up and tell him that, with your blessings. So my one thing is there, whosoever has contributed, please appreciate and acknowledge that. And during the course of this journey, some of my friends, some of my teammates, some of my colleagues who have been with me, and because of their association I have achieved, I would like to, if you say that, I would like to name them. One is Mr. Neeraj Rai, Mr. Anil Gupta, Mr. Rajesh Metani. Then we had Mr. Raj Kumar in Vigilance, and Henny was one of them when I came to PR in corporate. She was here, the doyen, and I knew nothing. So she was one soul from whom whatever I could learn, and that initial phase, I could handle. So she was there. Then Sanjay Nagpal, Sanjay Sharma, then you yourself, Sudipto Basak, Anisha Mohanty, Kirti Vardhan Rathod. These are the people, and so many of them. I'm sorry if I'm not forgotten some of them, but these are some people in various assignments of mine who have been with me, and because of their whatever suggestions at whatever level, I could learn and I could achieve whatever I could do in my tenure at HPCL.
Thank you, sir, for acknowledging all our efforts, and for naming all the colleagues of yours, and also during your telling of your experience, I guess a lot of lessons will be learned by sales and marketing people, for vigilance also, and coordination, that how to go about their work, how to do their stuff. So one last, I want to know that your message to young officers who are joining HPCL now, because you have such a vast experience and a very different kind of an experience. So anything that you would like to tell them?
First of all, as everybody knows, there is no substitute to hard work. That's the first most thing, which is a universal truth, and it always works. So that is one thing. Second, there's always in the success of a person, beyond a point, destiny plays a role. So I think we do believe in destiny, and do your best and leave the rest. That is there. And the very important thing, which I think is, gratitude. See, as I said, nothing in isolation you can do. Your people, you are as good as your people. So during the various stages, you must express your gratitude, to the people who have in whatever way helped you, I'll give you a small story to conclude, There was one person, he was supposed to be having direct connect with the ultimate God. So everybody knew like that. So when he was going, so one very rich person who has achieved everything in life, he came to him and he says, when you talk to him, you please tell that, I have had enough. Now stop it. Everything, whatever is required, I'm getting. So now, so many other people also need it. So now he can maybe stop giving it to me, and it can be given to. He says, okay, your message I'll give. Then he moved on. On the way further, there was a poor person. So he said, sir, I don't have anything. When you meet him, you tell him, kuch to de do. Give something to me, So he said, okay, I'll give you a message. So when he had his connection with the Almighty, he said that the two messages I have, and you're this thing. So he said, that's one person. He said that, now stop it. I have had enough, and the other people need it. So he says, okay, I'll do that. Tell him, stop thanking me. Okay. So he said, okay, I'll tell him. Then he said, second one. He says, nothing I've got. Please start giving me. So he said, okay, tell him, start
thanking me.
Thanking me. So he said, fine. So he came down and he says, he met the first person. Did you talk to him? He says, yes, I spoken to him. And your job will be done. Only thing, he says that, stop thanking me. He said, I can't do that. Because it's all because of him. I can't stop thanking him. I have to do. So he said, then your job will not be done. Then the second person meets him. He says, baat hua? He says, yes, baat ho gaya. So your job will be done. Only thing, he says, start thanking me. He said, how can I thank him? Nothing I've got. So the point is, that fellow cannot stop, and this fellow cannot start thanking. So it will remain like that. Gratitude is something, which is selfless thing. If you do that, believe me, that the things which we think cannot happen everything will happen. Only thing, we have to believe in ourselves. Always morning get up, I've started doing that. I have to tell me, first believe in yourself, and you have to tell me, I can do it. If you say that, believe you me, you can do it. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for giving such a lovely anecdote and explaining your journey to us and inspiring us. And I'm sure a lot of young officers and across the corporation will get a lot from that. Just on a funnier side, on a lighter side, I just want to say that in your room there is a board where you have written somebody, nobody. That it's something you want to tell about that?
Yeah. Okay. So what happens? We are a older generation. I'm an older generation, and today's time, the generation change is happening, and the current generation which is there, they are very professional. Everybody is professional, but their thought process is totally different. So what happens when in the teams, when we used to sit down and have the morning meetings and all, so generally what was my experience, especially with the younger people, when you interact with them, so our times, we are maybe married, first marriage is yours, marriage, and the second marriage with the company. So your bosses, they are like God, or your teachers, whatever they say is right. It is like that. But today's time, the generation, because not that for any other thing, but they are more learned. The opportunities to learn are vast, which was not there in our time. So they are definitely much more learned, much more informed as compared to us. And they are more demanding also in terms of their rights and everything. Nothing wrong in that. So what happens at number of times whenever we are having a meeting and some task was given to somebody, then you next day or after a while when you ask them, "Arey bhai, what happened to that?" So then you look at, say, Mr. X, somebody, you look at them, "Kya hua uska?" Then he looks at the number 2. The second person looks at number 3. The third person looks at number 4. So in the process, what happens? Nobody's done it. So there was a story which I had read that a job was given to somebody, the people. So everybody could have done that. Nobody did it. Somebody can do it. Anybody, So there are 4 people: everybody, nobody, anybody, somebody. In the process, what you find that everybody will look at nobody, nobody will look at anybody, anybody will look at somebody, and in the process, this whole job is So I had written it down on the board. So whenever we are having the meeting and finding nothing has been done, so I used to tell them, "See, look at the board." So this is again happening. So that is on a lighter note. But thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for coming to the show. It's really good to talk to you, and I'm sure a lot of people, our viewers, will be influenced by it.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Sudipto.
Thank you, Shri Rajeev Goel, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights on leadership, innovation, and social responsibility. Your vision and dedication continue to inspire us. To our viewers, we appreciate your continued support. Share your thoughts on HPCL's initiatives and HP Unplugged in the comment section below. Join us in spreading awareness and promoting a culture of social responsibility. Together, let's build a better India. Thank you and namaskar.